Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another holiday event guide. This time we're going over the Noblegarden event, which occurs every year from the 28th of March to the 4th of April. In this video we'll be going over the Noble Gardener achievement, which gives you the Noble title and progress towards your Violet Proto Drake. There are 8 achievements in total that we need to get. In this video I'll go over all of them in detail and set them up in such a way that you can complete them as efficiently and as fast as possible. This video is from an alliance perspective, but all of the achievements are pretty much the same, they're just mirrored off of each other. I'll also have buttons on the right hand side of the screen that link to each achievement separately in case you just need specific ones. Make sure you have annotations enabled for that to work though. Anyways, let's start off with the I Got One achievement. For this one you have to find something called a brightly colored egg. In the various starter towns outside of the capital cities like Goldshire outside of Stormwind, or Razor Hill outside of Orgrimmar, there will be these Easter eggs hidden all over the place, behind trees and bushes and so on. For this achievement you have to pick up just one of these. When you open these you'll get something called a Noblegarden chocolate. Make sure you save these because they're used as currency for this event, and to complete the other achievements we're going to need a minimum of 215. You spend these at the vendors located in the same towns that you find the eggs in. The fastest way to get these eggs is to find a spot that has 2 or 3 in close proximity to each other and just camp it. If you're running around trying to find them, you'll hardly get any because everybody will most likely be using the camping method. They respawn fairly quickly, so it's not too bad. While you're egg hunting, you can work on the Chocoholic Achievement. For this one, you have to eat 100 Noblegarden chocolates, which once again you get from the Easter eggs. So try to find a good spot, hunker down for 30 minutes or so depending on how good the spot is, and eat 100 chocolates to grab this achievement. Next up we have Blushing Bride. For this one you have to kiss someone wearing an elegant dress while wearing a white tuxedo shirt and black tuxedo pants. You can buy the shirt and pants from the Noblegarden vendor for 25 Noblegarden chocolates each. Once again, you can find these vendors in the various starter towns outside your faction's capital cities. If egg hunting isn't your thing, you can also just buy them off the auction house. Equip both pieces, find someone wearing an elegant dress, and use the /kiss emote on them. The dress is pretty easy to spot, it's bright pink. Your best bet on finding one as alliance is the Goldshire Inn on the Moonguard server, but don't stay too long unless you're into whatever is going on in chat here. Next up we have the Noblegarden achievement. For this one you have to hide a brightly colored egg in Stormwind if you're Alliance, and Silvermoon City if you're Horde. Stop by the Noblegarden vendor again and purchase a Noblegarden egg at a price of 5 Noblegarden chocolates. After that, just make sure you're within the boundaries of Stormwind or Silvermoon City and place it on the ground for this achievement. Next up we have Spring Fling. For this one you have to find your pet spring rabbit a mate in 4 different starter towns. For the Alliance you have to visit Dolinar outside of Darnassus, Goldshire outside of Stormwind City, Karanos near Ironforge, and Azure Watch near Exodar. For the Horde you have to visit Bloodhoof Village near Thunderbluff, Brill outside of the Undercity, Falconwing Square near Silvermoon City, and Razor Hill outside of Orgrimmar. You can buy the pet spring rabbit for 100 Noblegarden chocolates, or once again you can just purchase it off of the auction house. Just like the tuxedo pieces, they're extremely cheap during this event, so if you don't want to camp those eggs you may as well just buy it off the auction house. Once you have one, summon it, find someone else with the spring rabbit, and just stand next to them for a while to get credit. Do that in all 4 of these towns to earn the Spring Fling achievement. Next up we have Shake Your Bunny Maker. For this one you have to use spring flowers to place rabbit ears upon females of at least 18th level. You can buy the spring flowers from the Noblegarden vendor for 50 chocolates, and unfortunately it's bind on pickup so you can't buy this one off of the auction house. There are 12 races in total that you need to use this on. For the opposite faction your best bet is to visit the neutral cities like Shattrath or Dalaran, and just realm hop over and over until you find them all. Your flowers do have a cooldown of 5 minutes, and you don't get credit if your target is under level 18, so make sure you check that before using it. Next up we have Desert Rose. For this one you have to use spring robes to plant a flower in various deserts scattered throughout Azeroth. You can buy the spring robes from the Noblegarden vendor for 50 chocolates. Before you head out, also buy a blossoming branch for 10 more chocolates because we'll need it for our next achievement. Visit the Desolus, the Badlands, the Thousand Needles, Tanarus, and Silithus and plant a rose in each of these zones to earn the Desert Rose achievement. And lastly we have the Hardboiled Achievement. You can knock this one out while you're working on the Desert Rose. For this one you have to lay an egg in Ungoro Crater's Galaka Hot Springs as a spring rabbit. The Ungoro Crater is right next to Tanarus and Silithus, so you may as well knock this one out while you're over there. This is what we're going to use the Blossoming Branch for. This transforms a party member into a rabbit, so you're going to need a second person for this. Head on over to the hot springs at coordinates 3655 and check your group finder for other people looking to complete this as well. There's usually a group up. If not, ask general chat, your guild, or a friend and make sure that they have a blossoming branch on them before they head out. Have them use it on you and stand in shallow water like you see here until you lay an egg for this achievement. It has to be shallow water. If you're swimming, you won't lay an egg, so make sure you don't go too far deep. And before you leave, make sure you use your branch on your party member to repay the favor. You can do this solo, although it's a little more time consuming. When you're picking up those Easter eggs, sometimes you'll get transformed into a rabbit. The problem with this is when you mount up or take damage, you lose that transformation. So the idea here is to set your Hearth to Ungoro crater, pick up those eggs until you turn into a rabbit, Hearth to Ungoro, and then just walk to the hot springs. This is a lot more troublesome, and you gotta be careful not to aggro anything or take fall damage because, like I said, any damage will break the effect. So I highly just recommend just finding another player with a blossoming branch because it's way easier. With that, you should have the Noble Gardener achievement along with the Noble title to go along with it. Congrats on your achievement, and thanks for checking out the video. I'll be covering every single holiday meta achievement, so make sure you check back if you need help with those. The next one is the Children's Week event, which runs from the 2nd to the 6th of May. I hope you found this video helpful. Give it a like if you liked it, and if you really liked it, let me know in the comments and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, good luck, and peace!